And make sure you're unmuted. Thank you, Brian. Uh, how do you intend to help clients address the S of ESG in a more strategic way, if you intend to do that?
Well, I mean, some of it's new school and technology, as Don and Rob were just talking about, and some of it's old school, right? So the new school, I mean, every time our sales team goes out and does a presentation to a client, every time I do a webinar, one of the keys to success and one of the ones I really spend time on is technology and the idea of embracing it, because there are people at all levels that tend to thumb their nose at it a little bit, or just one more thing I don't have time to learn how to do. But we have programs where people in the field are using wearable devices that measure whether they're lifting properly, whether they're twisting or turning, put themselves in a risky position in companies where back injuries and similar types of strains and sprains are a big problem. And that technology, again, feeds into a point system and gives you real-time data on a screen where you can see how you're performing and how your team's performing. And of course, there's all the Fitbit wearable technology that's out there now, but it's not just a question of tracking your steps. It's a question of using a platform where you put people into teams. We're going to walk the Appalachian Trail in a virtual world, and you and your teammates are going to be able to see at any given time along the way where you are relative to your coworkers, and what's a good water cooler type fun moment to talk about how many steps you have and which state you're in and all that fun stuff. And this isn't even whiz bang. The AI stuff that Rob sort of alluded to earlier can really let you break down data and cross pollinate information about your safety recognition reward program with turnover. Whereas a lot of the safety guys don't even think about that, but HR really wants to know if the reduction in turnover is coming from somewhere, where is that? And it might be because you just ramped up greatly the amount of employee manager involvement, recognition, right? People don't leave jobs, they leave managers. Well, if you help your managers become better at recognizing and rewarding somebody, or if you help your employees, again, peer-to-peer program, and back to what we do internally, all of our employees have points on every given month in their giving account, and they can give them to any other employee in the company, unfettered, not as judged by somebody else, for demonstrating one of our core values: giving extra effort, great customer service, mentoring a new employee, right? Giving inspiration is one of the ones we have. So employee-to-employee recognition. You also have the ability to nominate people. So I'm sort of mixing a bunch of things together, but using technology and using that connectivity to help people make a friend on the job and enjoy their relationship with their manager. These are the reasons they're going to stick around as much as anything. And then just to come back to the dirt world side, something that's been out there forever is don't let a good message go unnoticed, right? So these platforms that we have, one of my customers came to me, this stuck out, this is 15 years ago, and said, when I showed them how much traffic we were getting to the rewards program, it was 20 times what they were getting to their intranet site. Now, their intranet site has their 401k and their health benefits and all some really, really important stuff. And most people just ignore it and go to it once in a while when they need to. We were getting 20x to the rewards program side. And so we made the path to the rewards program through the intranet. And we do that with most programs now through a single sign-on. But the point is, we get the eyeballs and we get their attention. And while I have their attention, we want to make sure that we're crowing about corporate accomplishments, right? Coming back to, and I'll get off this in a second, but Jeff Bezos famously said, your margin is my opportunity. Well, I'm looking at it now as your ESG is my opportunity. And so if your company is winning awards for sustainability and for best places for women to work and most innovative places, or anything good news, right? You want to get that out there and you want your employees to see it. And you'd be amazed at how many large organizations had really good things happen. And if you asked the entire workforce, only 5% would even know that it happened. So using these tools that we have that draw the attention to show them how successful their company's being in ways they probably have never noticed before, and getting that message out because we have a captive audience is another win-win opportunity within the platform.